Thank you for watching New Day here on CNN Philippines. Well, empowering women all over the world throughout the years. That's what cosmetics, skincare, and personal care brand Avon has been doing for many years now. And behind the brand is successful woman Angela Cretu, who hopes to not just lead a beauty company, but also create a movement for positive change. Now, I got to speak with Angela, and she told me how Avon became a change maker and what it is about the brand that made it successful.
What was it about Avon or about your experience with the company that says, you know, I have so many things that I still need to do?
Oh, you know, first of all, is that deep sense of purpose.
Okay.
And this is where I think every professional who feels more than intellectually challenged, who feels that there is a meaning, there is a sense of having a greater impact than just the value to shareholder. That professional becomes a true advocate, yes, for the brand or for the role that they represent. And this is what I found in Avon.
But you are definitely a gem, you know, amongst so many other things, only because people are passionate, but not as passionate as you are. I think when it comes to creating change, I mean, you have, as I recall, what's this? You are been awarded CEO of the Year, Leader for Change, Champions of Change Award. I mean, all of this about change. Has this always been, I know from Avon, that was one thing that attracted you to Avon, but what is it about change? What is it that you want to change?
First of all, it starts with humility. Humility, by the way, is one of our big values, and it started with our founder. The humility of not presuming on our past success, you know, as driving us still going forward. We are a 135 years company. And yes, we have this nostalgic feeling and smile and worth in our hearts that it was the choice of our mother. The humility to ask ourselves, what would make my customer choose me today?
Yes.
Is the one that drives the change. How do I make sure as a leader or as a product or as a service that I'm still a relevant choice? How do we boost that consideration for Gen Z as well, not just for the silver generation? So to become and stay as a compelling choice for modern women. And I think this is what drives it. So as long as we keep that compass and we keep ourselves engaged, I'm just representing the effort of a large team who are keen to create that compelling value, that unique value proposition in a very competitive beauty market.
You talk about the team, but I think a lot of it stems from you. I mean, maybe the experiences you've gone through, I mean, you yourself, being quite unique and wanting to spread diversity and all of these things. I think a lot of this probably stems with you. Tell me about that, your experiences that you've had, you know, as a person.
I refuse to make it stop with me because if anything, I'm an enabler, a connector, and a multiplier. Nothing starts with me, nothing stops with me. I'm not, as a leader, I'm not there in front pulling people or asking people to follow me. They follow their dreams. They follow their own value that they're looking to add with the profession or with the role they assume in this movement of ours. Nor I'm in the back pushing people towards something. So I'm trying to be there in the middle of the team, you know, enabling everyone to reach, you know, to maximize their own potential.
Yes.
So if it's something unique, it's about relationships we create between ourselves rather than positioning something about me as unique. We have amazing women around the world.
You would also have to have an immense amount of understanding. I mean, you would have to have a nice sense of how do you say, sense of people, relationships, and knowing what works or won't work, or...
I think, again, it comes with the humility, and this is what I think in nowadays world where there is so much more, the overall choice that people are making is much more complex than before in terms of people looking for instant gratification, for a social component of their choices. They want their brands to have an active role in their community. This is where, if it's something that you now force me to bring into it, I would praise women, female in leadership position, because women know how to manage complexity of an ecosystem with a little bit more of a natural approach. They zoom out easier So in partnership with men who are very action-oriented, women bring this holistic view and this empathic understanding of what brings value in relationships, so the one that you brought it up. So if anything, I'm looking, through my female traits that I brought into the leadership role, partnering, with having a diverse team around myself, is to combine these different perspectives and then multiply the impact that we create together.
Tell me a little bit about the brand's core value. As you mentioned, that was one thing that attracted you to Avon from day one. Where are we now, and all the projects and advocacies that you are busy doing?
I'm very much keen to bring that Avon's unique value proposition back to the spotlight. And it comes in very simple. We call it our trinity in a way. On one hand side, we take pride of being a democratic brand, which means we have our own R&D and we pay extraordinary resources to make breakthrough innovation, beauty innovation. We have more than 300 patents over the last years to make it accessible for every woman. We call it aspirational beauty at irresistible value. We are not an autocratic brand who is going to really make itself accessible only for a certain segment, affluent women, with an autocratic, say and what makes you beautiful and what doesn't. We believe in the beauty of every person and the right of self-expression. So that part, to me, it's the one that really keeps me engaged every day. And then is the part of being a dedicated brand for women empowerment, supporting women entrepreneurship from a community to women, supporting the progress of women, and co-creating with them not just the product, but as well the service. And lastly, and the most important, 20%, at least 20% of every product that we sell globally goes directly to support the futures of women, the progress of women. And more than $100 million annually go against free training, education, reward mechanism to support women to start their own business. Yeah. And that's also another component that I believe brings both the customers value, knowing that through their purchase, they equally support their society, but as well, our own, business commitment to life, to humanity, that we are sharing our earning in a democratic way with the very communities that we serve, and not just with a few shareholders.
So there's lots of empowerment happening, on different scales, right? But Avon has always been about women. I mean, that has always been its brand. It's always been about women.
Purpose,
but tell me, what makes a woman beautiful, or what is beauty for you and for Avon?
Let's start with the basic. No lipstick can cover a bruised soul. So the basic thing is that the beauty comes with dignity. Beauty comes with well-being, with health, with equality. Yes, there is no makeup, there is no skincare that can cover, a woman, that feels that she's on a second-class citizen. So we do fight loud and hard for women's rights, to participate in society by the side of their men, to create value together, better futures for our children. So to me, beauty starts with equality. Then beauty means the right of self-expression. We are all born with a certain genetic code. God made us beautiful. Nature made us beautiful. And every cosmetic product is not there to change who we are. It's there to give us the confidence to express ourselves better, to improve that mood. When I'm smiling in the morning because I'm applying my blush, having a smile, so I'm defining it better, I'm just, by that smile, I'm telling myself, this is going to be a great day, because it's a day that is my day. That's beauty to me.
Wonderful, well said. We are celebrating Women's Month. Lastly, before I let you go, advice to young women as they venture off, 20-year-olds, trying to look for that first job of theirs or whatnot. But advice to them on empowerment and how they can empower themselves.
First, look for support. Look for communities who are seeing the best in you. and then look for a nurturing environment that maximizes one's potential. Everyone has a treasure to share, a treasure to build on, their own capabilities and skills. So I would encourage every young woman to identify her own purpose, the why, that very why that gives her energy, and then look for an environment, for a community, for a group of friends even, or a company that it's giving them that strength to express themselves and create value together.
Definitely Angela Cretu, Global CEO of Avon, a woman with a purpose. Amazing, amazing. All that you've done for not only us here in the Philippines, but all over the world. Thank you so much for spending time and for spending and sharing your passion
Thank you so much.
With everybody. All the best.
I can say the same about yourself. The same about yourself. Wonderful talking to you.